In a small, poor neighborhood on the edge of the city, there lived a little boy named Ali. His home was very small and old, with cracked walls and a broken window. The house barely kept the cold out. But the thing that worried Ali the most was not the house. It was his mother. Ali's mother, Fatima, was very sick. She had been coughing for many days and her face was pale and weak. Ali sat beside her on the small bed, holding her thin hand tightly. Every day he watched her struggle to breathe. The hospital bills were piling up. The doctors had told Ali that his mother needed special medicine and tests. But Ali did not have enough money. His father had died when Ali was just a baby, so it was only Ali and his mother now. Every morning, Ali woke up early and ran to the hospital to check on his mother. Sometimes the nurses gave him a sad look. They knew Ali did not have money to pay for the treatment. The hospital was a busy place full of rich and poor people, but Ali felt invisible there. One day, as Ali sat outside the hospital, he overheard two men talking about a very rich man in the city. "Mr. Rayhan has come back," one man said. "He is the richest billionaire in the whole country." Ali listened carefully. Mr. Rayhan was famous for his big houses, his fancy cars, and his huge business. But Ali had never met anyone like him. To Ali, Mr. Rayhan was like a hero from the stories, someone who had everything and could help anyone. Ali's heart filled with hope. If only Mr. Rayhan could help my mother, he thought. Maybe she will get better. Maybe she will live. For the first time in many days, Ali smiled a little. He looked at his mother sleeping quietly and whispered, "Don't worry, Amma. I will find a way." That afternoon, Ali left the hospital and walked slowly through the crowded streets. The city was loud and full of noise. Cars honked, people shouted, and shopkeepers called out their prices. But Ali's mind was only on one thing: reaching Mr. Rayhan's mansion. The mansion was on the other side of the city, in a beautiful area with clean roads and big trees. Ali had never been there before. When he reached the tall gates, he stopped and looked up. The gates were shiny and very tall, with guards standing on both sides. Ali's heart beat fast. He felt nervous and afraid. He was just a poor boy in old clothes, standing in front of a place where only the rich belonged. But he took a deep breath and remembered his mother's weak smile. He called out softly, "Please, can I meet Mr. Rayhan? My mother is very sick. I need help." The guards looked at him with surprise but did not say anything. Ali waited, hoping someone would listen. As he waited, Ali thought about his mother's eyes. Even when she was sick, she had hope in her eyes. Ali wanted to be strong for her. He promised himself, "I will not give up. I have to try." After some time, a man in a neat suit came out. He looked serious and asked Ali, "What do you want, boy?" Ali spoke quickly. "Sir, my mother is very ill. We don't have money for the hospital. I heard Mr. Rayhan can help people. Please tell him my story. I beg you." The man's face did not change. He looked at Ali for a moment and said, "You should not be here. Go home." Ali's eyes filled with tears. He felt like his heart was breaking. But he wiped his tears and said, "Please, just a moment." The man shook his head and went inside. Ali stood there alone, feeling small and scared. The big gates closed slowly behind him. He felt the cold wind on his face. Maybe he will never listen, Ali thought. Maybe no one will. But deep inside, a small voice told him to keep trying. The voice said, "Don't give up hope. Your mother needs you." Ali looked up at the sky. The sun was setting, painting the clouds with orange and pink. The city lights began to shine one by one. Ali started walking back toward the hospital, but this time his steps were stronger. His heart was full of both fear and hope. He whispered to himself, "I will come back. I will find a way. My mother will live." The night grew darker, and Ali sat again beside his mother's bed. She opened her eyes and smiled weakly. "Ali," she said softly, "don't lose hope. God will help us." Ali nodded. He held her hand tightly and prayed silently for a miracle. Little did Ali know, somewhere far away, Mr. Rayhan was thinking about the boy and his desperate plea. The question was, would he listen? Would he help? The story was just beginning. The next morning, Ali woke up early. His mother was still very weak, but her eyes held a small spark of hope because of Ali's promise. He hugged her gently and whispered, "Amma, I will not stop trying." Ali decided to go back to Mr. Rayhan's mansion. Maybe today someone would listen. He walked carefully through the busy streets. His feet were tired and his stomach was empty, but his heart was full of courage. When Ali reached the mansion again, the tall gate stood firm, just like before. The guards were there, watching everyone who came in or out. Ali felt nervous. This place was so different from his small home. Ali took a deep breath and said politely, "Please, sir, I need to see Mr. Rayhan. It is very important. My mother is very sick." The guards looked at Ali with suspicion. One guard said, "You can't go inside. This is private property." Ali lowered his head but did not give up. "Please," he said, "I just want to ask for help. I have no money. My mother might die." The guards whispered to each other. Then, a young man with a kind face came outside. He wore a suit but smiled gently at Ali. "Who are you?" The young man asked. "My name is Ali," he said. "My mother is very sick. I heard Mr. Rayhan can help. Please tell him my story." The young man thought for a moment. "I am Saad, Mr. Rayhan's assistant. Wait here. I will see if Mr. Rayhan can meet you." Ali's heart beat fast. Maybe this time something would happen. Saad went inside the mansion. Ali stood quietly, watching the big garden and the beautiful fountain. Everything was so different from his poor home. After a few minutes, Saad returned. He looked serious. "Mr. Rayhan will see you," Saad said, opening the gate. Ali stepped inside carefully. His shoes were dusty and his clothes were old, but he walked tall. He was not ashamed. He had hope. Inside the mansion, the walls were covered with paintings and gold decorations. The air smelled fresh and clean. Mr. Rayhan was sitting in a big chair in a large room. He was a tall man with gray hair and sharp eyes. He looked at Ali closely. "Why are you here, boy?" Mr. Rayhan asked in a deep voice. Ali looked at the floor and then at Mr. Rayhan. "My mother is very sick," he said. "We don't have money for her treatment. I came to ask for help." Mr. Rayhan listened quietly. After a moment he said, "Do you have proof? Hospital papers, medicine bills?" Ali shook his head. "No, sir, but I swear my mother is very sick. Please help me." Mr. Rayhan's eyes softened. "This is a big request. I do not help everyone who asks." Ali's heart sank. He wanted to cry, but he held back. Mr. Rayhan stood up and walked slowly to the window. "Tell me about your mother," he said. Ali's voice became stronger. "Her name is Fatima. She is the kindest person I know. She works hard, but now she is too weak to work. I am all she has." Mr. Rayhan was silent for a long time. Then he said, "I will think about it. Come back tomorrow and bring your mother's hospital papers." Ali nodded quickly. "Thank you, sir. I will bring them." As Ali left the mansion, he felt a small hope growing inside him. Maybe Mr. Rayhan was not just a rich man. Maybe he was someone who could change their lives. Outside the gates, Ali saw the busy city again. It was loud and harsh, but Ali felt ready to fight. That night, Ali went back to the hospital and sat beside his mother's bed. "Amma," he said softly, "I met a man today. He said he might help." Fatima smiled weakly. "Don't give up, Ali. Sometimes miracles happen when we least expect them." Ali looked at her and held her hand tightly. But the story was far from over. Tomorrow, Ali would bring the hospital papers. Would Mr. Rayhan keep his promise? Or would Ali's hope disappear like the evening sun? The morning sun rose slowly over the city. Ali woke up with hope in his heart. Today was an important day. He had to get the papers from the hospital and show them to Mr. Rayhan. Ali dressed quickly in his old clothes and ran to the hospital. His mother's room was small and quiet. Fatima smiled weakly when she saw him. "Did you sleep well, Beta?" she asked softly. "I'm okay, Amma," Ali said. I will bring the papers today. Mr. Rayhan said he will help us if we have proof. Fatima's eyes shone with tears. You are a brave boy, Ali. I am proud of you. Ali left the hospital and ran to the hospital office. He explained his mother's condition and asked for the medical reports. The clerk looked at him carefully but gave the papers after hearing his story. Ali held the papers tightly, feeling like they were a key to a new life. He ran to Mr. Rayhan's mansion again. The guard stopped him, but Saad, the assistant, recognized Ali and let him pass. Inside, Mr. Rayhan sat in the same big room. His eyes were cold but curious. Do you have the papers? Mr. Rayhan asked. Ali nodded and gave him the reports. Mr. Rayhan read slowly, looking serious. These are real, he said. Your mother is very sick. Ali watched Mr. Rayhan closely, hoping for a sign of kindness. After a moment, Mr. Rayhan stood up and said, I will help. I will pay for your mother's treatment, but you must promise me one thing. Ali's heart jumped. Anything, sir. Mr. Rayhan looked at him with a small smile. You must never give up hope, no matter how hard life is. Ali smiled back. I promise. Mr. Rayhan nodded and said, Tomorrow we will start the treatment. Bring your mother here. Ali was so happy that tears came to his eyes. He ran outside and called his mother. Amma, Mr. Rayhan will help us. We will go to the hospital again, but this time with his support. Fatima was speechless, but her heart was full of hope. The next day, Ali and Fatima went to the hospital with Mr. Rayhan's help. The doctors were ready. The treatment began. Ali never left his mother's side. He held her hand and whispered, Amma, be strong. We will be okay. Days passed. Fatima's health slowly improved. She smiled more and her eyes were brighter. Ali looked at her and thought, this is a new beginning. But not everyone was happy. Some people in the city talked behind Mr. Rayhan's back. Why is he helping a poor boy? What does he want? Ali did not understand these words. He only knew that his mother was getting better. One night, as Ali sat beside his mother, he heard a soft knock on the door. It was Saad, the assistant. Mr. Rayhan wants to see you, Saad said quietly. Ali's heart beat fast. What could Mr. Rayhan want now? He followed Saad to the mansion. Mr. Rayhan was waiting in his study. He looked serious. Ali, he said, helping your mother is only the beginning. Ali looked confused. There is something you should know about your family. About your mother's illness. Ali's eyes widened. What do you mean? Mr. Rayhan sighed. Come with me. I will explain everything. Ali did not know what to expect. Was this good news or bad? The mystery of his mother's sickness was about to be revealed. Ali walked slowly behind Mr. Rayhan into a quiet room filled with old books and papers. The big windows showed the city's lights shining in the dark. Mr. Rayhan sat down and looked at Ali with serious eyes. Ali, your mother's illness is not simple, he said quietly. Ali's heart beat faster. What do you mean, sir? Mr. Rayhan opened a folder and showed Ali some old medical papers. Your mother has a rare disease, he explained. It is very hard to find the right treatment. Many doctors gave up because they did not know how to cure her. Ali looked at the papers, feeling a mix of sadness and hope. But I have spent many years studying this disease, Mr. Rayhan continued. I have special doctors and medicine. We can fight this. Ali felt a small spark of hope grow inside. Mr. Rayhan leaned closer and said, There is something else, Ali. Your family has a connection to something very important. Ali was confused. What connection? Mr. Rayhan smiled a little. Your mother was part of a secret project many years ago. It was about helping people with this disease. Ali's eyes opened wide in surprise. Secret project? Yes, Mr. Rayhan said. Your mother helped scientists develop new medicines, but she stopped after something went wrong. Ali's mind was full of questions. Why didn't she tell me? Why is this secret? Mr. Rayhan looked sad. Because it was dangerous. Many people wanted to use the project for bad reasons. Ali sat quietly, trying to understand. Now, we have a chance to finish what your mother started, Mr. Rayhan said. With your help, we can find a cure. Ali looked at his mother's picture in his hand. I want to help. I want her to get better. Mr. Rehan nodded. Good. Tomorrow we will begin special treatment, and you will help me with the project. Ali was scared but also proud. I will do my best, he said. Mr. Rehan smiled and stood up. This is only the start, Ali. There will be many challenges, but we will face them together. Ali left the mansion with a heavy heart but full of hope. As he walked home, he thought about the secret project and what it could mean for his mother, and for many others. The next morning, Ali and his mother met the special doctors. The treatment was different now, stronger and more focused. Ali stayed by his mother's side, feeling hopeful for the first time in a long while. But deep inside, Ali wondered, what dangers were hidden in this secret project, and would they be ready for what was coming? The morning sun shone gently through the hospital window as Ali sat beside his mother's bed. Her breathing was weak, but her eyes showed a tiny spark of hope. The special treatment had started. Doctors in white coats came and went, checking machines and giving medicines. Ali watched them closely, trying to understand every word they said. Mr. Rehan visited often. He explained to Ali how the new treatment worked. It was risky, but it was the best chance his mother had. Days passed. At times, Ali felt scared. His mother's pain sometimes increased, but the boy never left her side. He held her hand and whispered, "Stay strong, Mama. I am here." One evening, as Ali sat alone in the quiet room, he heard a strange noise outside. Footsteps, voices whispering. He looked through the window and saw two men talking in low voices. Ali's heart raced. He remembered what Mr. Rehan had said about dangers around the secret project. Suddenly, the men walked closer to the hospital entrance. Ali felt something was wrong. He quickly ran to the nurse and told her what he saw. The nurse called the security, and soon hospital guards arrived. The men were stopped at the gate. They looked angry, but left after a warning. Ali felt a chill run down his spine. That night, Ali sat by his mother and thought deeply. Who were those men? What do they want? He knew his mother's secret was more dangerous than he had imagined. But Ali was determined. He would protect his mother at any cost. As the treatment continued, small signs of improvement appeared. His mother smiled once and even tried to sit up. Ali's hope grew stronger. One day, Mr. Rehan called Ali to his office. I have good news, he said. The treatment is working better than expected, but we must hurry. Ali listened carefully. We are close to a breakthrough in the project, Mr. Rehan explained. But enemies want to stop us. Ali clenched his fists. I won't let them. Mr. Rehan smiled proudly. I knew you were strong, Ali. Together, we will win this fight. Ali returned to his mother's room with new courage. He whispered, We will fight together, Mama. I promise. The days ahead would be hard, but Ali's heart was ready. The days passed quickly, but danger was closing in on Ali and his mother. One afternoon, as Ali sat in the hospital waiting room, a stranger approached him. The man wore a dark coat and had sharp eyes. He smiled coldly and said, You should stop this treatment, boy. It's not safe. Ali felt a chill run down his spine. Why? What do you want? The stranger's smile disappeared. Some people don't want your mother to get better. They want the secret project to fail. Ali's heart pounded. Who are you? The man didn't answer. Instead, he left, disappearing into the crowd. Ali knew this was a warning. Someone powerful was trying to stop them. That night, Ali told Mr. Rehan about the stranger. Mr. Rehan's face grew serious. This is worse than I thought. The enemies are close. Ali felt fear but also anger. We can't give up. My mother needs this. Mr. Rehan nodded. We will protect her, but we must be careful. The hospital tightened security. Guards watched every entrance. Ali never left his mother's side. The treatment continued, and slowly, she grew stronger. One evening, Ali's mother opened her eyes and whispered, Ali. Tears filled Ali's eyes. I'm here, Mama, I'm here. She smiled weakly. Thank you for never giving up. Ali held her hand tightly. I will always fight for you. But the danger was still there, hidden in the shadows. Ali knew. The fight was far from over. The days that followed were filled with hope and tension. Ali's mother slowly grew stronger. The doctors were amazed. The treatment was working. One morning, Ali was sitting beside her when suddenly Mr. Rehan walked in with a big smile. "Ali," he said, "I have news. The secret project was a success. Your mother will fully recover." Ali's heart jumped with joy. "Really? Thank you, sir." But then Mr. Rehan looked serious. "There is one more thing you must know." Ali listened carefully. "The people who tried to stop us, they were from a rival company. They wanted to steal the project." Ali felt angry. "Why would they do that?" Mr. Rehan sighed. "Because it could save millions of lives but also make a lot of money." Ali looked at his mother, who was now smiling weakly. Suddenly, there was a knock at the door. Two men entered. Ali felt fear again, but to his surprise, they were police officers. "We are here to protect your family," one said. The men explained. The rival company had been arrested, thanks to evidence Mr. Rehan provided. Ali felt relief wash over him. Days later, Ali's mother was able to walk slowly with his help. Ali hugged her tightly. "Thank you for fighting, Mama," he whispered. She smiled. "Thank you for never losing hope." Ali looked at Mr. Rehan and the billionaire who had helped them. He realized something amazing. Kindness and courage could change even the darkest moments. As the sun set outside the hospital, Ali knew their new life was just beginning.